Good morning, Damascus Christian School, and welcome to your 25th edition of the Eagle's Nest. I was reminded over the course of the week about a verse out of Joshua that reminds us to be strong and courageous. Much like Joshua and Caleb, when they went in to spy out the land, they were only 2 of 12 men sent in who were willing to stand courageously and trust in God's promises, even in spite of what was popular or what the crowd wanted. As the Israelites fought amongst themselves and did not trust that God would be with them, in spite of them making decisions and choices that would cause them to bring to question what they thought was possible, they did what was right and not what was popular. I was reminded that as Christians, especially in our culture today, we are constantly pushed to compromise our values, to compromise what we believe for the sake of what is popular or what is acceptable. So I want to challenge you over the course of this week and the rest of your lives to live boldly, to live a courageous life, to not live in fear, and to stand for what is right, even when those around you don't. I know that can be a difficult thing, but I want to challenge you to do that. That ultimately the only person, the only individual that we should be seeking to please is God and not man. If we have a correct perspective, this should be an easy thing for us to do. Students, I have been extremely frustrated and disappointed to see that we have had some vandalism and destruction of property occur on a few occasions in the last few weeks. I want to remind you that we are guests in this facility of the church, and it is important that we treat it respectfully. I know we are in an aging building, but by no means does that give us an excuse to treat it poorly. While we want to do our best to make sure that the building is a warm and welcoming place for you and others, this kind of behavior will be dealt with swiftly by myself and the church leadership. Please, if you do observe or see anything, report it to the school or church office immediately. If we do need to change or adapt some policies to limit these kind of actions from taking place, we will. Our school shirts and sweatshirts designed by our student council will be delivered this week. Also, on Friday, our secondary students in chapel will be hearing from Gary Williams, who's been a missionary. We will have no elementary chapel as a result of the third quarter coming to an end, which means also no Friday feast, and our pre-K through 8th graders will be dismissed at 11:45 for pre-K through 6th grade and noon for our 7th and 8th graders. And our wonderful high schoolers get to stay at school all day. Have a great week, Eagles.